Hi guys, Dane Sharp here for Channel C, and I'm catching up today with country music's newest stars, Drew McAlister, Troy Kemp, McAlister Kemp. How are you, boys?
Good, mate. How are you?
Thanks, Dane. How are you, mate?
Mate, let's get this
Looking
out.
well.
Thank you. Let's get this out of the way really quickly. 6 foot. 6'3".
12'9".
5'10". Anyway, we've got a bit to go. That's okay. So, boys, you have been around a while. Let's talk a little bit about your solo careers. Drew, do you want to talk about your solo career first before you guys joined?
Mate, I was around as Troy was doing, you know, my original thing, and recorded my own album and did an EP and all stuff like that, and it was going great, but it pales in significance as far as the kind of joy and success that we're getting working together. So that's the truth of it. Yeah.
That's great. And you started more of a rock kind of thing, Troy?
Yeah, I didn't really have a career. Drew had more of a career than me. I was really nobody, and I was a wannabe. But yeah, I was sort of from a bit more rock land, and I guess started to make my move towards country in probably 2005 when I sort of entered the Star Maker. Okay. And from there, I sort of I did quite well, didn't win it, but it was just a good experience, and thought, yeah, I really like the way country works, and I really like the stories and the songs and stuff like that, and I just thought, yeah, I want to give this thing a real nudge. So I actually went to Nashville, did some recordings, and sort of got to know more people in the music scene here. Right. You know, ended up in a Johnny Cash show with Drew, you know, after the Nashville stuff, on the strength of that recording, and you know, and I guess a little while into that, one of the other guys in the Johnny Cash show suggested that we get together, you know, and Michael Carr, and we just sort of thought, okay, let's give this thing a shot, the Aussie sort of Brooks and Dunn type of thing, and it just, the minute we sort of put it together, it just started to go boom, 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 and Adam Brand came on board, and we went out on the road with him for a year, and I've got to shut up now. You say something.
No, it's rolling well. That's good.
I'm rolling. Sorry, I just don't shut up. Yeah.
The question
so we went out. Yeah. So we just went out with Brandy, and sort of, you know, he really was a good launch pad for us, you know, as far as getting in front of his crowd. But
and you talk about the first album, that sort of thing together. How was the writing process? Did you team up as writers?
Yeah, we wrote, I think, most of the album, but what was the exact number? 13 songs in the album. I think we wrote about 10 together, and it was a cool process. You know, we basically, I'd go to his house one week, he'd come to my house, and I'm in Sydney, he's in Newcastle. Yeah. So we'd travel back and forth, and we'd sit down, and one week I'd come with an idea, or he'd come with an idea, and we just jam on it, and that's basically how we wrote the album. You know, someone was on the road doing the Johnny Cash stuff, and it was actually a cool way to do it, because there wasn't like, okay, we've got to get together 3 days a week and write songs. We just did it, you know, over a period of a year, and it was good. Enjoyed it. It was good fun.
Right.
Yeah, and I guess when we wrote the songs, you know, we really set out to write songs that were just, you know, songs that would, I guess, apply to the everyday man, the Aussie, you know, the common Aussie, and the challenges that we face as Aussies every day. We just wanted to write songs everyone could relate to, you know, not just the same old blah blah blah.
Sure.
You know, we really wanted to write a song that people could say, hey, that song could be my life, you know. Yeah. I mean, I guess all good songwriters are aiming for stuff like that anyway, you know. But
and I think that this song, All Kinds of Tough, that a lot of people went to #1, a lot of people related to that. Everyone can relate to some times in their life that are tough. Where did that idea come from?
Came from Drew.
I think originally I came up with the title, and just liked the way that the title sounded, and then we went from there. So we sat down at my place and said, okay, what exactly does this mean? And then as we started to write the song, it evolved a bit more. It was essentially about, you know, any young teenager, male, growing up and becoming an adult and having the kind of you know, responsibilities and pressures that you have as an adult, and comparing tough as a teenager to what it is when you're in the real world.
Yeah.
And that's what it evolved into, and it's true for us. Sure. You know, we hope that people relate to it.
Yeah, great. Now, obviously, you're out on the road together a lot. Somebody got me to ask this question: has there been any little bits of friction between the two? Because two men of your size, we would hate to see that come to blows.
Well, I mean,
has there been any of those moments? Or how do you work that out?
Yeah, well, Massey Ferguson called Troy, and they want their tractor back because he snores like a freaking
how's that for a lie?
This is so true.
Yeah. No, we get on really cool.
We're in therapy.
Can we get those bounces, please?
No, it's been...
It must be a lot of fun.
We have a lot of fun, yeah. We get on really well, and, you know, we're very different. And that's probably why it works.
Yep.
You know, two of me or two of him would be horrible. So...
It is like
true.
we're different. We're different, very different people, but
that's why
we kind of make it work somehow. Just the record, he doesn't store. I'm the one that stores.
We can cut that out if you like.
No, it's cool. It's good.
Straight.
But I'm flighty. You know, I'm the one that's a bit all over the shop, and he pulls me back in line. You know, and he's a bit too serious at times, and I show him how to have fun. You know?
That's great.
So it's
you can tell that your mates.
That's pretty much it.
I think you can tell that your mates, and it shines through on stage. I mean,
we have a ball, and it's nice to just be on stage with someone I can look eye to eye with. You know, sharp. You know.
Yeah. Well,
actually, it's funny because we just got out of the car over there, and you know you're getting big when somebody walks past with his wife and stumbles past and says, "Hey, look, darling, there's bloody McKemp, and what's his name?"
That's right. Oh yeah.
And main stage last night, how did that go?
Oh, it was, you know, it was
somebody was running late, I heard on the grapevine, but how did that
we had
pan out, Troy?
Real messy flights out of, well, we didn't have flights out of Newcastle, so a quick dash to Sydney saw us get to Gympie half an hour late, and we managed to go on second. And thanks to Jasmine Ray, and she agreed to let us go second. She was meant to be, but man, we had an absolute ball up there, and I guess it's probably the biggest thing that we've done as McAlister Kemp yet, and probably the biggest thing I've done all told, you know, ever. So to be up there in front of that many people was an amazing feeling, and man, I can see why these guys, once you get a taste for it, you just want to keep going back. Like I just didn't want to walk off the stage, and we were just having a blast. And by the end, you really, you know, it's really rocking. It's like, oh no, I don't want to leave. But we're doing the crowbar tonight, so hopefully that'll go nuts.
And we look forward to that.
How did you feel?
It was insane. Basically what Troy said, you know, it's we rehearsed pretty solidly for that gig, just to try and get our show together. And so when you go on stage, you're not thinking about chords, you're not thinking about stuff. You're just trying to enjoy yourself and have fun with it.
Yeah, great.
So it was a real blast.
The crowd were great.
Well, you both worked very hard. Let's just take you back, Troy. Troy drew around about 7 years. When you flogged me at the when you flogged me at the talent search in the tent down the back there, I was all G'd up, ready to go, and then you went on and blew them away, and I was like, "You mean I got to go on after that?" But you did win it that year, and it was kind of the kickoff, I guess, to the country career for you. So.
Amazing what you can buy in this industry.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'm still paying that off. No, it was, I guess, because I kind of been doing country before that, but never sort of taken a chance to come to Gympie, and as we all did, you know, put it on the line and see what could happen. A good friend of mine, Barbara Morrison, was the one that convinced me to do that, and I didn't know what to expect, like all of us, and jumped into it, and I figured, I've been playing cover gigs for years, and so has Troy, so I thought if I'm going to do this, I'll just come and play my songs and see what happens. And fortunately on that night I had a bit of luck.
That's great. But they say good luck's what's left after hard work, and you boys have worked very hard. Drew, sorry, go back to you again, just talking about your songwriting career as well. You have some stuff going on in Nashville at the moment. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Yeah,
look, I've signed with a different publisher now, and we're writing songs. Troy and I are writing songs. We're writing with Michael Carr. We're just trying to write the best songs we can and pitch them to anyone who record them, really. But we've got a couple on hold in America, which is awesome. And so, look, I think the thing is with songwriting, you just got to keep going with it, you know. And you know, plenty of songwriters out there have got songs that were sleepers for 10 years, and suddenly, you know, someone wants to record them. So, but you know, as well as writing for us, we just like to write songs. So.
Yeah, that's great. So thanks for joining us here today. It's been great for someone like myself to learn off both of you guys over the years, and you are good blokes. And I have to say that you had to build me up. Apart from how to shotgun beer, there are a few other things, but you are good blokes, and I have to say that because you're both tall women. But it does shine on stage, and I think that good Australian feel comes through. So good luck. I look forward to tonight's show, and thanks for joining us on Channel 6.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, guys.